Unit 2, Class 10. This story is about two friends that they were amateur boxers, lightweight boxers, and they wanted to achieve something for their future. Let's read this story and see what is there. Ahmad Ali and Gulsher were classmates studying in grade 10 in a government school situated in impoverished neighborhood of Liari. Impoverished gharib neighborhood qurb ya hamsayagi. They were so together in friendship that they felt themselves to be brothers. They had known each other since childhood, growing up on the lower eastern side of Liari River. Gulsher was fair, lean and lanky. His family had moved from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa to Karachi before his birth. Fair, saaf rangat, lean, dubla patla, lanky, lamba or kadawar. Ahmad Ali was Shidi, dark, short and husky. Shidi, Sindhi, dark, gehri rangat ka, short, pasta kad, husky, dubla, patla. Gulsher hair was always falling over his eyes, while Ahmad Ali wore his black hair in natural Afro style. Natural Afro style, Kudrati Afriki Andaz. Each youngster had a dream of someday becoming a lightweight boxing champion of the world. To achieve this cherished dream, cherished Aziz Tareen, they would strive hard day and night. Early morning sunrise would find them running along the river Liari and would attend the boxing club daily without any break. They had a collection of pictures of famous boxers like Joe Louis, Evander Holyfield, Rocky Marciano, Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson. Cutouts from newspapers and magazines. If asked a question about any given fighter, they would immediately zip out from their memory. Zip out, khol kar samne le aana. Ranks, divisions, weight, records of fights, knockouts, technical knockouts, and draws or losses. Each had fought many fights and had won many medals. They were equally good boxers. The difference was in their boxing style. Gul's lean form and long reach made him the better boxer, while Ali's short and muscular frame made him the better slugger. Slugger, kari zarb lagane wala. Whenever they had met in the ring for friendly fight, it had always been hot and heavy contest. Hot and heavy, zabardast. Once they were fighting from different poles for national boxing championship, and the winner of the final was to represent the country in the world lightweight boxing champion. After the series of elimination fights, they had been informed that they were to meet each other in the final that was scheduled to be held on the 14th of August, 2 weeks away. The two boys continued to run together, but Even when joking with each other, they both had sense that a wall was rising between them. One morning, less than a week before their bouts, they met as usual for their daily workout. Running lightly along the river's edge, Gul glanced at Ali, who kept his eyes purposely straight ahead, passing from time to time, throwing fists at an imaginary jaw. After a mile or so, Ali puffed and said, "Let's stop for a while, bro. I think we both got something to say to each other." Gul nodded. It was not natural to be acting as though nothing unusual was happening when two star players and bosom friends were going to fight each other within a few short days. They rested their elbows on the railing, separating them from the river. Ali broke the silence. "Man, I don't know how to come out with it." Gul helped. "It's about our fight, right?" "Yeah, right. I have been thinking about it too, buddy. In fact, since we found out it was going to be me and you, I have been awake at night pulling punches on you." Pulling punches, mukke barsana, mukke lagana. Trying not to hurt you. Same here. It is natural to think about the fight. I mean, we both are outstanding fighters. Outstanding, ala, umda. And we both want to win. But only one of us can win. There is no draw in the elimination. Ali tapped Gul gently on the shoulder. Gently, धीरे से, मुलायमत के साथ. "I don't mean to sound like I am bragging, but I want to win fair and square." Fair and square, munsafana or shaffaf. Gul nodded quietly. "Yeah, we both know that in the ring, the better man wins. Friends or no friends, brothers or no brother." They shook hands and departed to confront each other in the ring. Confront, mukabla karna, samna karna. Walking the street had not relaxed Ali. The more he thought about the fight, the more perplexed he felt. Lost in thoughts, he let himself quiet into his apartment and went straight to bed, falling into a restless and fitful sleep. Fitful, वक्फे वक्फों से. Restless, बेचैन, बेकरार. With sounds of gong for round 1. When Gul reached home, he made his way to rooftop in the quite early dark. He peered below where the lights of the city blinked, and the sounds of the car mingled with the shouts and laughters of children in the streets. He was passing some heavy times on his rooftop. Heavy time, बोझल वक्त, मुश्किल वक्त. How would the coming fight affect his relationship with Ali? As the two climbed into the ring, the crowd exploded with a roar. Exploded. Phat padna, roar, chillana, cheekho pukar. Gul and Ali both bowed gracefully and then raised their arms in acknowledgement. Gracefully, खुश असलूबी के साथ. Acknowledgement, इतराफ. Gul turned slowly and his eyes met Ali's. Suddenly Ali's left eye winked and Gul responded. Responded, jawab dena. Bong, bong, bong. The roar turned to silent, stillness, sakut. Ladies and gentlemen, the announcer spoke slowly. Now the moment we have all been waiting for, the main event between two fine young fighters. In this corner, weighing 131 pounds, Ahmad Ali, and in this corner, weighing 133 pounds, Gulsher Khan. The winner will represent Pakistan in World Boxing Championship in the lightweight category. There will be no draw. May the best man win. Bong, bong, round one. Ali and Gul turned and faced each other squarely in a fighting pose. Ali wasted no time. He came in fast, head low, half hunched, jhuka hua, towards his right shoulder and lashed out with a straight left. Lashed out, hamla karna. He missed a right cross as Gul slipped the punch and both Learite brothers froze their punches well on its way, sending up a roar of approval for good sportsmanship. Sportsmanship, Munsif Mizaji. No sooner did the round two begin than Ali was off his stool and rushed at Gul like a bull, sending a hard right to his head. Beads of water exploded from Gul's long hair. Lights suddenly exploded inside Ali's head as Gul slipped the blow and hit him with a piston like left on Ali's chin. Uproar and yelling broke out in the stadium when Gul's crushing blow momentarily unbalanced Ali's leg. Unbalanced, tawazun kho dena. Momentarily, pal bhar ke liye. Neither fighter was giving an inch. Suddenly, a short right punch struck Gul squarely on the chin. His long legs turned to jelly, and his arms failed out desperately. Failed out, nakam ho jana. Ali grunted like a bull, threw wild punches from every direction, grunted, ghurrana. Gul felt dizzy, disoriented, bobbed and waved, evading most of the blows. Disoriented, hawas bakhta. Bobbed, jhuka hua, and waved, lehraya hua. Ali lashed back with a haymaker, but at the same instant his eyes caught another left hook from Gul. Ali swung out, trying to clear the pain. In a fog, he heard the roaring of the crowd, who seemed to have gone insane, diwana, pagal ho jana. His head cleared to hear the bell sound at the end of the round. Bong, round 3, the final round. Up to now, it had been pretty much even. But everyone knew there could be no draw, and that this round would decide the winner. This time, to Ali's surprise, it was Gulsher who came out fast, charging across the ring. Ali braced himself, but could not ward off, bachana. But could not ward off the barrage of punches. Barrage of punches, mukkon ki barish. Gul drove Ali hard against the ropes. The crowd got frenzied. So far, the two had fought with courage and bravery. Ali tapped his gloves and commenced his attack on you. Gul, throwing boxers' cautions to the wind, jumped in to meet him. Both pounded away. Neither gave an inch, and neither fell to the canvas. Ali's left eye was tightly closed. Coral red blood poured from Gul's nose. They fought toe to toe. The sound of their blows were loud in contrast to the silence of the crowd. The referee was stunned by their savagery. Bong, bong, bong. Bell sounded over and over again. Ali and Gul were past hearing. Their blows continued to pound on each other like hailstones. Finally, the referee and two trainers pried Ali and Gul apart. Trainers, tarbiyatkar, pride, जोर लगाकर जुदा करना. Cold water was poured over them to bring them back to their senses. They looked around and then rushed towards each other. A cry of alarm surged through stadium. Was this a fight to the death instead of a boxing match? The fear soon gave way to wave upon wave of cheering as the two Learite brothers embraced at the conclusion of the final round. No matter what the decision, they knew they would always be champions to each other. Bong, bong. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and the champion of the grand finale is. The announcer turned to point to the winner and found himself alone. Arm in arm, the champions had already left. The champions, comprehension, question answers. There are 9 questions of this chapter that we are going to discuss today. Question number 1. What is the significance of the title The Champion? What is the significance of the title, the champion? The title is, answer, the title is very significant because the story is about a boxing contest in which two youngsters, they have to represent their country, Pakistan, in the lightweight boxing championship of the world. And they had a fight, and the fight was very furious. So the whole story is about that contest between those two fast and bosom friends. So that is the significance of the title. What was the dream of Ahmad Ali and Gulsher? Ahmad Ali and Gulsher were two very fast friends. They considered themselves as brothers. But they both had the same passion, they both had the same dream to become the lightweight boxing championship of the world, and to represent Pakistan in the lightweight boxing championship of the world. So they shared the same dream and they worked for that dream day and night. They were very hardworking. As far as their dream is concerned, they were very, very hardworking and they were very passionate about their dream. Why was the fight so important for both Ali and Gulsher? Well, as we read the story, that this fight was very important for both the friends Ali and Gulsher because, first thing, they both had the same dream to become the world lightweight boxing champions. And the other thing was that it was a kind of test of their friendship also. The test was that whether they are more faithful to each other or they are more for their dream. So this fight was very important. And in one place, both of them, they agreed that they should fight and let the better man wins in the ring. So that shows that both of them, they were determined, as well as they knew that they are going to fight to each other, and their friendship can be and will be affected after the fight. So to test their friendship and to cherish and to achieve their cherished dream, that was important, that both of them, they should fight each other. How did two friends fight? Describe in your own words in 5 sentences. The fight was very furious. Both of them, they fought toe to toe. Both of them, they were not giving an inch to one another. Both of them, they were running around the ring like bull, and they were their punches were hitting each other just like the hailstones. So the fight was very fast, very furious, and very bloody fight. Compare and contrast the characters of Ali and Gul. Compare and contrast both of them. Comparison of those two friends is that both of them, they had the same dream. They lived in the same place, Liari, and both of them, they studied in the same class. Both of them, they go together and had their exercise, each and everything. But as far as the contrast itself is concerned, so Ali was more concerned about the fight than Gulsher. Gulsher was not as boastful as Ali. And both of them, they had the concern, they had the worries about their friendship and about their fight. Is there any conflict in the story? If yes, describe it in detail. The conflict in the story is that there is the friendship and then there is the fight. If they want to save their friendship, then they cannot save the fight. And if they want to save their fight, so then they cannot save their friendship. So this is a great conflict in the story. Both of them, they had the same passion. Both of them, they wanted to become the lightweight boxing champions. But still, they did not want to leave one another as the friends. So that was the reason that both of them, they were thinking about the oncoming fight. They were thinking about it. When Gulsher was alone, so he was also thinking. And when Ahmad Ali was alone, he was also thinking. They were thinking that how can they have a fight as well as their friendship? So that is the great conflict. And they were in a fix. Both of them, they were in a fix. That what to do? Either to save our friendship or to save our fight. Keeping in view the relationship of the two friends, is it easier or harder for them to fight each other? Support your answers by giving references from the text. In the text, there are so many places in which you can, when you read the text, you will find out that both of them, it was hard for them, both of them. For both of them, it was very hard to have that fight as well as the friendship also. They were not sleeping. Both of them, they had the fitful sleep, and they were thinking about the friendship, and they were doing so many other things not to hurt their friends, because the friendship that they had, it was a blessing for them. The friendship was a blessing for them. And both of them, they did not want to ruin that friendship for the sake of their dream. So obviously, yes, they had that great difficulty. They want to achieve that dream also, and then they want to have the friendship also. So it was a tough decision for both of them to go and have the fight as well as the friendship also. Question 9 is that are you satisfied with the ending? Support your response with the cognate arguments. So it is very satisfying that both of them, they drop their cherished dream instead for their friendship. They choose to have friend instead of their dream. So the ending, both of them at the end of the story, at the end of the day, they were friends. And at the end, their friendship was more stronger. It was more stronger than ever before. Because at the end, the way both of them, they came in the ring and they embraced each other. It shows that their friendship had more meaning, their friendship was more stronger than the fight, than the dream that both of them they cherished. Now exercise B, that is choose the correct option for the following sentences. Gul's lean form and long reach made him a better boxer. This statement means that Gul was a better boxer because he was short, big, and with long arms. He was tall, skinny, with long arms. So option B, he was tall, skinny, with long arms. Then Ali was dark, short, and husky. In this sentence, the phrase short and husky means huge and muscular, thick and strong, small and well-built, and powerful and huge. So that was small and well-built. They both sensed that a wall was rising between them. This statement means that the communication gap was increasing between them. Option B. They could not win the contest because A, they were not good boxers. B, they were afraid of each other. C, they realized that boxing is not a good sport. And D, friendship was greater than winning fight. So D, friendship was greater than winning fight. Ali had restless and fitful sleep on the night before the fight because A, he had quarreled with Gulsher. He was challenged by Gulsher and he had fallen ill on that particular night. And he was disturbed about the effect of the forthcoming fight on their friendship. So that was option D. Then we have grammar exercise. Complete the following sentences using appropriate article. My mother is dash doctor and my father is dash doctor. So my mother is a doctor and my father is an author. So option B. Amjad recommended dash good dentist, but dash dentist doesn't have any opening for 2 months. So that is a and the. Option C. Do you have dash broom? I dropped dash piece of cake and I need to clean it. So do you have a broom? I dropped a piece of cake. So that is option A. Do you have dash dictionary? I don't have one and I need to look up dash word. And that is option D. Do you have dash passport? You need dash passport to travel outside of dash country. So that is, do you have a passport? You need a passport to travel outside of the country. So option A and the. Complete the following exercise with A, and, or the articles. Put X where no article is needed. Boxing was originated in dash cross ancient Greece and has been a popular sport ever since, especially for the men. Lately, however, it has been a major health fitness trend for the women. Boxing was included during the first Olympic game in ancient Greece. Boxing was not a safe sport. They never used gloves. Professional boxing is an excellent career. A boxer's aim is to land as many punches on the opponent as possible. For most of the 20th century, boxing attracted huge fans of media attention. Choose the correct pronoun to correctly finish the sentence. My name is Sonia dash love my family. So I love my family. I met Sonia yesterday dash made me laugh. She made me. I met Sonia yesterday dash made me laugh. So she made me laugh. That is option C. At the left you can see Saad dash is my brother. He is my brother. Option B. Birds flap dash wings. Their wings. Option C. My grandparents live in Karachi dash visit us. They visit us. Option B. Lubna, Laila and Tahir were cross because dash had waited ages for the bus. They had waited for the bus. So that is C. Palwasha watched the children carefully as dash crossed the road. As they crossed the road, and hold the bag please while I put the shopping in it. Option B. Choose one of the following relative pronouns, who, which or whose, to complete each sentence. I talked to the girl whose car had been broken down in front of the shop. Mr. Razak, who is a taxi driver, lives on the corner, and I live in a house in Naran, which is in northern Pakistan, and this is the girl who comes from Swat, and that is Naeem, the boy who has just arrived at the airport. Those who haven't paid their fee should do so at once, and this is a detective novel which you might like, and here are the keys which you are searching for. Underline the indefinite pronouns in the following sentences. Everybody enjoys a good movie, so everybody is indefinite pronoun. Does anybody have the time? So anybody is the indefinite pronoun. Nobody knows the trouble I have seen. Nobody. And then the secret was known by few, and then no, the secret was known by many. So many is indefinite pronoun. Calculus is too hard for some. Surely you recognize somebody, and then he's not a liar. I am sure everything he said was true. So everything is the indefinite pronoun. Exercise D. Identify pronouns and their antecedent. In each sentence, underline once the personal pronoun and underline twice its antecedent. As a child, Asma often played with her dolls. So Asma is the antecedent and her is the pronoun. Neither Danish nor Wasim will have trouble finding information for their report. So there is the pronoun, and Danish and Wasim, they are the antecedent. Each of the boys refused help, saying that they would proofread the report on their own. So they, boys, and on their own. Nobody likes to discover that they have just read a dull report about an interesting subject. Nobody likes to discover. So that is the antecedent, and they is the pronoun. And then Tanya needs a result card for her grades. So Tanya is the antecedent and her is the pronoun. Asif said that they made their own clothes. Asif said that they made their own clothes. So they is the antecedent and there is the pronoun. One of the girls left her sweater in the bus. Her is the pronoun and one of the girls is the antecedent. Several other classmates also chose their topic. There is the pronoun and several other classmates is the antecedent. Underline the pronoun and circle the antecedent in the parenthesis in the below sentences. Someone has removed the grammar book and I want him to return him. Although I knew somebody called me, I did not answer. Although I knew somebody called me, I did not answer her. Each man must do what he feels is right. So each man must do what he feels. Everybody in the lab was ready to complete her or their assignment. So that is, everybody in the lab was ready to complete their assignment. And no one wants to admit his weaknesses. So that is the end of this lesson.